Okay, I want to do just a short little video here to solve a major problem that you may not think about. Often what happens when you put in a side bust dart or a dart like this, you're going to get these wrinkles in it. And you're going to think, I didn't do this right. I need to take up from about right here to right here. And what's the matter? You take it up. The wrinkles don't go away. You think, oh my gosh, I've done something wrong. You take the whole thing out. You put it back in again. The wrinkles occur because unbeknownst to you, you're making the same mistake that you're not catching and you don't know what's going wrong. And then you think, though I can never be fit. I'm doing this all wrong. There's a secret society that knows how to sew. I don't know what it is and the world's coming apart. Well, I'm not telling you here right now that this is very solvable. And let me show you what's going on. Right here, you can see our little dart. And actually, our dart goes more like that. So you can see that it's, let's just, here is your folding line right there. Here is your sewing line. And it's sort of curved. So you think, well, that's going to make it a little bit more difficult, but actually it doesn't, and the shape is, and the fit is going to be more correct. Is that such a thing? Yeah, it is. I just made it such a thing. and so don't thinking that you have to make this straight. Your body is not always straight. So I want you to know that you can do this curve. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this curved dart. Here's a sketch. As you can see, I overlaid kind of a sketch here of what we're doing. And let me tell you, the only reason I, A, know what's wrong, B, know how to fix it, is because I've done it. I've made this mistake so many times. Now, when this wrinkle like that occurs, I know exactly what's going on. And right here, I can see it because I know what I'm looking for, but I don't know if you can see it. Here is, let's spread this piece out, and here is the dart right here. When you get ready to, and see right here are your sewing lines. The blue solid line, the dotted line is the folding line. So let's look at this just a little closer here so you can see what we're doing. Here we are. We've sewn it up right along here, and we folded it in, and we've nice and neatly matched, and then we're getting ready to do top stitching. And then we get those terrible wrinkles. Well, what happened? Well, let me show you what happened. In reality, if you come down and you pin and you fold this dart down and you pin it so it's flat against the top fabric, you're going to find that this edge of the dart does not meet this edge of the dart. If you try and pull this edge up right here, if you try and pull that up like that to match, you can see I had to lengthen that line. What happens is then the top fabric here gathers up. And the reason why it gathers up is because the underside folded line of the dart is too small. How do you solve that problem? I almost always do what I call splay, or I will fold this seam, this raw edge right there, the folded line, that's where it's all been folded up and you're getting ready to sew this in the seam. I will almost always pull this down, that edge right there down. I'll also do this on the shoulder seams because I notice lots of times on the cuff or the shoulder top of the shoulder when you're putting the sleeve in, if you've pulled that seam like this to match the raw edges right there, it's going to gather on the top side. And I tell you what, you don't care if this under part right here is too big. You care if it's too small. You don't care if the top side is too big. You care if it's too small. I'm going to write that down and put that up for you because that's the rule on this. So, when you see this, and what's happening here, let me tell you, is that the fabric is gathering right in through here because the folded line underneath that dart, that folded line right here, right there, is making too much. It's bringing in the distance from here to here is smaller than the distance on the top from here to here. So before you go running and thinking, I can't do a bust dart, it just doesn't work for me, I want you to try this technique. I want you to take, this is the folded side right here I'm messing with. Then I want you to take and sew this seam in here, right in there. And you could see how it almost, that folded line right there, almost matches the top seam right there. This is real easy to do. Don't make this too complicated. And this makes this front real pretty and smooth. Okay, enjoy.